United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
I think you can do that, Carol.
Thank you.
You can come in.
Yeah, they ought to make you pledge of allegiance to the court.
They don't?
And I don't think so. When you start court proceedings, I've been there like small claims in this court. Judge bangs the gavel and,
That's it?
That's the,
you know, if you think about the words, you realize that, yeah, we're a country of laws and we're trying to keep everybody equal, or treat everybody equal. Jeez, it's tough. She's
what's
selling
wrong
another
with it?
lot. This is the, what the hell is this guy's name? Frank, I think you wrote over his dog. LaFay. Was it you?
No,
Somebody else then? You remember that, do you?
Rode over his dog?
No, it was a gentleman named Richard LaFay, and this was
oh,
about 2 lots down.
oh, this comes from Richards?
For LaFave's, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Lefebvre.
And somebody was negotiating with him to buy a lot from him. They're all set. The guy hopped in his car, hopped in his truck, and backed up. LaFave's dog was there.
Sorry.
And he loved his dog.
Deal's done.
And he loved his dog.
I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of humorous, but no, it's sad. But yeah, the guy, you know, he didn't do it on purpose. He just unwittingly, he backed up, and there was the dog.
So they're cutting this lot 6 out, this is what we're taking out?
Yes, that's all we're doing, yes. And she thought she'd want to keep a right-of-way to her back land for whatever.
That road is still there, on that right away?
Yes, yeah, right, yeah, because it's an existing.
Well, why does she want to keep it to go through his lot?
I don't know, and that's why I try to talk her out of it.
I mean,
Well, it might be valuable.
for who?
For who? Why?
the other lot in the back does have access on Lord Road?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
there's,
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's got about 300 feet of frontage and 21.72 acres.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a shame to ruin it by selling this lot.
I thought there were some
I mean, you know,
houses
because
back
she's got all the
What-
frontage here for
Oh, yeah,
27.
there are some,
What's this frontage left?
but
The
there's
access?
still other room. Yeah, there's 2 houses
Well,
there.
there's nothing
One
left
of
for
them
him
is,
right away, but no frontage on this. 27
Bill
acres. Except the right away.
Templeton contractor's son. What the hell is his
Shame.
name?
Oh, this is owned by somebody else right here.
Yeah, this here, but this, now actually,
This is the Stacy family?
Yeah, this is
You're not-
Richelle's, yeah.
you're
But
not-
out back, further out back.
you're not landlocking it.
No, 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 no.
Because you
It
get the
says right here, we
right-of-way.
got 300 foot of frontage and 21 acres.
Yeah, this, down on this end here, I think.
Oh, this here has a frontage
This.
further down the road?
Harris.
Now, there's a road that goes.
Town clerk lives back there too, on Lord Road.
Okay, this is inconvenient.
Which Stacy family is this? Is this like Priscilla Stacy's
Yeah,
relative?
my
They
way
should have been
down.
here earlier and they would
I
have
know
given you the
Lefebvre-
better seat, but they
Lefebvre
didn't.
land, he sold a house, and this is this 20-something acres was a separate piece, right? That didn't go with his house, that was a separate piece of land.
Yeah, well, it is separate now, but no, he had sold off a couple house lots on Lord Road and he had sold this one here to the Sorensen.
Okay, but I mean, this 20-something acres didn't go with the house.
No,
The house is,
The remaining land of Richelle Stacy, 300 feet on Lord Road.
yes,
So she has the frontage on Lord Road.
absolutely.
yeah, so
So
why,
that's why she's getting rid of it on Otter River, or?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think what she's doing is, well, I haven't heard any other things from her, but she had sold this lot 3-4 years ago, right next to it, to the
John and
Sorensen.
Martha Sorensen?
Yeah, and also the Smith went out even before that. But I imagine what she's doing, what, not a bad thing for people to do is to, if you're gonna sell lots, don't sell them all at once, you might need the money later.
yeah,
And like I said, she's up in Maine.
Yeah, it must be the same family from church.
well, you want to read it off, I mean,
I think the thing says that this is to an unknown person, or what does it say?
No, there's a
Yeah, so she's
Meant to
probably
be
just gonna
conveyed to,
Next to-
not yet determined.
Oh, yeah, well, I don't know who she's selling it to. I don't think she's got a buyer. I mean, she didn't tell me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
In all honesty, it's not the board's.
no, exactly.
Right, yeah. we had
Nope.
that.
We're just nosy, we like to know stuff.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, it's-
Okay, identification of the plan by name of owner of record and location of the land in question.
Yes.
You gave me a bad
All
pen.
right.
But you know what? It's okay. Good thing I came prepared.
Keep going.
That's where you get the big bucks.
The statement of approval under the subdivision control law not required. I say that on there, right? Yes. Zoning classification, RA1. Case of creation of new lot, the remaining land area and frontage of the land in the ownership applicant, that's on there.
Yes.
Notice of any decision, not applicable. Names of abutters, it's on there.
Got 'em all.
Distance nearest permanent monument, quite a few, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
there's a few comments here.
Location of all existing buildings,
None.
and location of any easement or way.
Well,
She wants to
There is-
retain an easement, or a right-of-way.
Okay,
Let me give you an education. A right-of-way is an easement,
it is.
but easement is a more encompassing
how
thing.
wide is that easement?
As wide as a cart road is.
Is it
That's
good
all
for
it's-
anything?
Oh, you're trying to trick me.
How wide?
I don't know. It's probably 10, 12 feet.
Yeah, don't say that's why, I'm just curious.
Well, you can see it's variable because it starts
Yeah,
off pretty wide.
Starts wide and it's
narrows
narrowed down.
We
Can
got
it be used for anything, Brian?
the checks and all that stuff?
Yes. There.
Perfect.
Can you put a new house in the right of way
down. No,
unless you went through zoning board of appeals or something?
yeah,
And there'd be no reason why they would say yes to that.
I would hope not.
Mm.
Because that, like I was telling Frank as we were walking in, I've been dealing with her for 3-4 years. We did that lot, and she had a different version of this, and she thought I went to save it. Somehow, she's at the idea, and she won't admit it, that she can do something like that. That's why she says, well, I can keep a right of way there, and I says, yeah, you can. She says, it's not gonna do you any good, and really, it'll detract a little bit from this lot.
Right.
I mean, you don't wanna have a house here and all of a sudden, some other person other than your family or friend present it, but that's what she wants. Because like I said, I think in the back of the mind, she thinks that it's valuable to have a way into the rest of her land, somebody might wanna use it for something. And,
None of us will be here by then.
It's not wide enough for any type of
No.
home.
I was gonna say,
No.
Christoph and I
Last
might be.
100 years.
No, not that
Where you're
long.
going now, you might not.
Frank, we're gonna be like you. We're gonna be sitting up here someday, It's all gonna be on electronics and we'll be just, touch screens in the air, right?
Right.
But, I don't want that
Probably
on
need to
the
halfway
record
mark
because
Oh, no, that's-
I'm not gonna,
50,
but
Yeah.
I just,
that's the goal.
It's there and she can have it.
I've
but
been
it's not
around long
really-
enough.
Right.
Frank's been around long enough. He knows what people have in their minds, even though they might not say it.
That's right.
Perfect.
Takes a long time to learn that. After 80 years old, don't matter.
So I think we're in good shape, correct?
Yeah,
Got to entertain a motion?
So moved.
Any discussion?
I'll second that.
Oh, yeah, that would help, wouldn't it? Thank you. See how long? I'm rusty. Got a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? And pass unanimous.
oh, how's the family doing? Any more additions coming along the road,
Not yet.
or we gonna wait a while?
Well, no, it's
How old's the baby?
6 months.
Oh,
The other guy is
4, 2, well, almost 5 and 2.
boy,
2 and a
5,
half.
2.
5, 6, 7, that's when they get to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, today they're smarter than you because they got computers and stuff. They don't have to be smart.
Yeah.
It's all in the
I
computer.
ain't giving them any of those.
Oh, you're not? Even no
No.
gadgets?
No.
Give them regular toys?
Yeah, then they can,
Rocks,
then they have
sticks.
to learn how to make it. They can buy the gadgets when they're 18.
rocks and sticks now.
Yeah.
That's really an important thing, but parents don't realize that.
2 years old.
No, then they can't think or do anything or function.
Yeah,
Well, the problem is the parents are using it as a tool for themselves, really.
yeah.
Give the kid that to play with, they don't have to watch it.
Babysitter, yeah.
it's a
Baby toy,
babysitter.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a babysitter, a tool.
You know what's funny is having are we still on TV here?
Adjourned, yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
It's a shame that this generation, and they talk to World War II generation be the greatest generation. And it might have even been before them. They could get things done. I mean, just look at the Empire State Building.
Yeah, look at the pyramids, we'll go way back.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It is incredible. A couple years ago, I went to Italy and looking at the Colosseum and all it's amazing to see what they were able to accomplish back then with, you know.
No, but
2 hands and some rope and a wheel.
I'm sure Sam Chartier, I mean,
No,
if I
if you
hired them, they
gave,
probably
if you
could
gave me 500,000 slaves,
You get a lot done.
I could get a lot done.
You get every
You
roof in town.
you underestimate the power of.
Better
of
sleep with
the-
both eyes open.
You can put everybody a roof in town.
no, you build a roof over the whole town in one night.
That's a lot of people.
And
Well,
one
was-
died.
Weird, I was reading, I don't know what paper or what it was, but about the wealthiest people in the world. And they still think the wealthiest person in the world still, or was some, I think he was, sort of like a Chinese, but one of the different countries
Maybe a
there,
carpenter.
that he owned so much.
It was probably Genghis Khan.
No, it wasn't Genghis Khan. He
It
was number
wasn't?
2.
Okay,
He was number 2.
okay.
I don't know what magazine it was, but
Wasn't
it was
Solomon?
fascinating. Huh?
Wasn't Solomon?
Nope, but I think he might have been mentioned
Solomon is
too.
like 4 or 5, yeah, he
Yeah,
ranks.
But this one had like trillions.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, because just the
The way
land
it
in the valley,
multiplies
what you-
up now.
exactly, right. Because they just had such vast empires of, land and people and,
I was reading a magazine someplace just to kill time, and I'm reading it, I go, oh. And I don't think it was People magazine.
I think the machete
think I
empire.
read that
The
same
machete
thing.
empire's up there, isn't it? I thought so.
Yeah, same thing.
It's currently number 6.
Oh, okay.
It's number 6.
It wasn't Persia well, Persia is what now, Iran
Yep.
Yeah.
The Middle East.
or Iraq? Yeah, but it was Middle East, but I didn't really even catch the name of the country. But things changed, wars and.
You just went back to work. This isn't us, so we gotta go back to work. This is just regular pen, right?
I got the magic pen, but you probably already have a couple of them out there.
We do.
All right.
One's broken.
There's a couple.
there's a couple that are-
Yeah. I
How'd
had
it get
to buy
broken?
some.
No, it's not broken. It's just, I think it's out of
It's out of
date.
date.
They're just not writing.
Well, that's because you don't keep it capped.
Yes.
It dries.
I keep them capped. believe me.
Well, I can see why he's sitting there to watch it, but to make sure they behave.
She has her hands full with this group.
Yeah.
Take the old whip out.
See, Frank's just wait on the end so we can get away with things. And somehow the Red Sox won yesterday, I guess.
You gotta get a job like this kid Sale that's pitching tonight.
I was just gonna say,
Right here.
I heard that they've got plans for sale, and I hope it's a pitch count 80 or less.
40.
Good.
He's thrown 40 pitches in 3 months. So how many, how many million does he make?
Boy, I'll tell you, that
I
skinny
mean-
little guy hums that ball. Somehow Price has seen the light, and he wants to play baseball again. So far.
Yeah.
So,
Make a motion, we accept the minutes
Yes.
as written.
I'll second that motion.
And I trust you do have all the paperwork you need, because I brought
I
you
do,
descriptions.
I do.
You wanna roll that up in there?
I certainly do.
Pass that down in the end. So I have a motion, I have a second. Any discussion on the minutes? All those in favor? I'm gonna
Need to
abstain.
Oh, I guess I do too, cause I wasn't here either.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so
I'll
actually,
I have to
abstain.
abstain too.
Actually,
I
yeah.
We have
wasn't
two.
here.
We only have Dennis and Frank.
yeah,
Dennis and Frank, yeah.
so,
Good boys,
We always,
motion does not,
big money job, we gotta show.
Gotta wait.
stick to it.
Okay,
sorry,
wait till the next meeting,
yeah.
6 months.
No.
Now everybody's trying to be humorous.
I know, right? It's contagious.
On the minutes, 'cause you can.
We wouldn't let you get too far.
I know, I have, well,
Give me your minutes. Why don't you give me your minutes, and I'll give them back to her.
Stuff wasn't
Wait
even.
a minute, it's a new
We
business.
can't pass them,
Yeah, they
Oh,
didn't
why?
care.
just the
we
two
have
of
a
us.
quorum, so we have a quorum, right? Isn't that what
I think he's
we
meeting
talked
right
about
now,
with-
it's
isn't that what we
okay.
just talked about with Kirk?
Yes, yes.
You have to abstain.
So,
We can still
know,
vote on
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
We haven't done much this summer, so.
even
why
though
I've
they
been
were.
sitting around.
Majority of the
Right
people
now, you can-
here, two that were
You
here
and I were
agree
the
with
only
it.
ones here.
Mhm. So
We
that's
can
fine.
wait, I don't care, we can wait.
Says it was all
No,
right, you could
no.
vote that way, remember?
I'll just ask Lori
How'd you
and
find
then.
out that?
Yeah, that's
Just
I
to
went
double
and talked
check.
to him about it.
I gotta wave goodbye to the
We've
camera.
always,
There's five,
He,
and there's
Yeah.
only two things here.
Do we make a motion to adjourn?
he was gonna check,
No, we can now.
New business.
that was.
anything, did anybody have anything?
Anybody new
Bring up
business?
anything?
Good night, Brian.
Good night.
I entertain motion to adjourn?
Second it?
So moved, we're adjourned.
He, said he